Hey everybody, it is Andrea here at VW Family Farm, and today I'm going to do something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I am putting together my Greenstalk planter, and I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to do. I want to do it with you guys, so if you get one, you know exactly how to do it and see how quick and easy it is. I definitely just want to get the point across that I think there is a valid place for the Greenstalk in the gardening world, especially for one, if you're limited on space. Vertical gardening is just the way to go. There is some of you guys growing that watch this channel. You're growing things and you send me pictures, emails, and you leave comments and all kinds of stuff. You're doing amazing things in tiny spaces. That's so inspiring to me, and I think that's so cool and to be commended. And this just helps you do that. It helps you grow up and have a lot of growing space. They've put a lot of thought and time into how they've designed these, and they're just coming out with new stuff all the time. It's a pretty cool company. So I'm heading out to the greenhouse to put this together. I want to put it together out there because I'm actually going to be putting bare root strawberries in it today. It's just the beginning of March here. I'm still in long sleeve hoodie, so they're nowhere near ready to go outside, especially when they're just getting started. So that's the great thing. You can move these Greenstalk planters around. Sorry about the greenhouse noises. I can't turn the fans off because that's part of our design, is it blows air in between the layers and it would deflate, and it's very windy and it might just take off like a helicopter. So sorry about the noises, but we're gonna put this together, and then I'm gonna tell you at the end how you can get one for yourself and save some money. Okay, I got all my stuff together, and today I'm gonna be putting together the 5-tier planter. I also have this mover. I'm not gonna put this on here today because, like I told you, I'm gonna be putting this in the greenhouse. So this surface is pretty uneven. It's gravel in here. I'm not gonna be rolling it around, but once I get this to its permanent location, which is probably gonna be somewhere outside, I'll probably put this together and put it on. It'll just make moving it so much easier. And I'm just so excited about this. There's so many things you can grow in this. You can grow anything from vegetables and strawberries. You can grow herbs and flowers and all kinds of stuff like that. I actually have plans to get more of these in the future, and don't tell Ben, but I'm going to get rid of some of his cattle tubs he has sitting around everywhere. These are pretty to look at, and they're just so efficient. So let's get busy and get this thing put together. First thing you do is you get a handsome sidekick. And then...
Where are you going to find one of those at?
I got one.
Where?
Then like I told you, I'm doing the 5-tier. So we've got these spread out, and step one is just simply going to be fill them up all the way to the top. You can use potting soil, that's what they recommend, but I'm going to leave that up to you. So just get them all filled up.
So this is some stuff I've been composting for a while. Then top it off with some new potting soil.
Okay, step 2 after you get them filled up is plant each pocket with seeds or plant starts or whatever you plan to put in there. Like I said, I'm putting bare root strawberries. I also got, this is organic worm castings. I'm gonna be putting this, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in the bottom one. This little bag is enough to use for a single tier. You can put it just in the soil, or you can put it around the stems of the plants. It will not hurt your plants. It's not like you got to worry about burning them or whatever. And the cool thing about Greenstalk, they're coming out all the time with new products to kind of be your one-stop shop. They have lots of good options for things like this, for fertilizers and just plant food, basically, is what it is. I hate to use the word fertilizer because that comes with like bad connotations to it, but these are good things for your plants. Another thing I love about them is they're a family-owned company in Tennessee, and it's just a really cool deal. They started the company. They actually cast their own mold to make these things in Tennessee where they live. I think that is so cool that they basically started a company from the ground up right there where they lived, and they did it all right there with just their family and hard work. So I love supporting that. So we're fixing to get some strawberries planted. Like I said, I'm gonna sprinkle this around, get those planted, and get this job complete. Okay, so let's talk about bare root strawberries. These are actually from Grower Solution, and there's actually a discount code below too. If you decide to order from them, save yourself some money, check that out. But to plant these, you can see they're pretty dry looking. You can soak these in enough water just to rehydrate these roots. This is the root part. This is where the actual plant will come out. But I'm just gonna plant them and give them a good drink once they're planted. So I'm just going to make a hole, and I'm gonna make it about as deep as these roots are, but I'm gonna make it about twice as wide because those roots really need some room to spread out in there. So I'm gonna do that so that I can kind of, and it would take 2 hands would work better, but so I can kind of spread those, just gently kind of spread them apart. I'll do a better job when I have 2 hands. And then you're gonna cover them, but you only want to cover up to about soil level with where you can see this plant is gonna come out. You only want to cover the roots, basically. Leave the rest sticking up. And that's as easy as it is. And bare root strawberries are super easy to get through the mail. They grow really well. You would be surprised how quickly these will grow and produce strawberries. We actually planted some a few years ago. We didn't get a bumper crop, but we got strawberries the very first year. So you can see I put 1 per pocket. There are some things you can plant more than that. So you can see this little chart. This came with my planter. I'm sure it comes with most all of them. These things are things you want to plant 1 per pocket, and these are 3+. And like I said, these are things you're more than likely going to just plant from seed, little lettuce seeds or carrot seeds or things like that. So that gives you a good reference guide to go off of. Okay, next we're gonna add a disc between each tier. We're going to add the next layer, and it will fit correctly when you get it on there correctly. So once it's on there correctly, it'll sit snug down there like that. I didn't fill this second layer up completely because it's heavier, so I'm putting it on here and then I'm gonna finish filling it. And these deep pockets, you may think this takes quite a bit of potting soil, but these deep pockets give the plants plenty of room to set down roots and to grow a good plant. All right, last piece, and we've got this put together. It was super easy. This is actually a water reservoir, and if you can see in here, it says Greenstalk 3, 4, and 5. There's different models you can get with different tiers, and so you just put this on there. They suggest watering it with a bucket to just put the water in there real quick and fill it up to that like 5 line. If you're putting it in there with a slow water hose, it's gonna be draining out as you're filling it and you might overwater. So just put it in there quickly, or stop a little bit before. If your water hose is going in slowly and it's draining out, just stop a little bit. Don't just keep watering. But this pretty much helps you water this thing perfectly. The things I've seen about it, I'm pretty impressed. So I'm gonna put this on the top and then I'm gonna give them a drink. All right, I filled it up. I used a 5-gallon bucket and it was probably 1/3 to 1/2 full. Filled it up to that line. It's draining out quickly. It will go down and perfectly water all of these. You can buy these shaped tiers a lot of places these days, but they just don't have the design this has and the watering capabilities. That is gonna perfectly water all these tiers instead of like one down here being overwatered or underwatered and vice versa up here. This is just gonna take the guesswork out of it. Just so pumped about this, and plus I think it's just a beautiful design. Like I told you guys, I am pretty pumped about this product. I definitely think it has a place. I think it has a place for a lot of you guys who are short on space and don't have like ground or raised beds or things, or maybe all you have is a patio. This would be perfect. So these, you've probably seen these on other people's videos and different things for a while, and that's because they came out a while back, and in fact a lot of people have jumped on board and told you guys about them and stuff. Sometimes I like to kind of see how a product is going to perform over the long term, and guys, I just have to tell you, this product has proved itself. They started making these in 2014, I believe, and so here we are 7 years later, and they are going strong and improving all the time. Their design is better than ever. They've added new features. They've got new things on their website. So I just encourage y'all to check them out. A good old family company, and they've given us the code VWFF for you guys to save $10 when you order a tiered planter. So just if you decide to order one, definitely use that. That will save you $10, and who doesn't want to save $10? So that is it. It was easy to put together. Really excited to have somewhere to go with those strawberries, and I think it's going to be perfect for that, as well as lots of other things. I think people started out growing lettuces and herbs and things in them, and it's just become apparent over time you can pretty much grow anything in them. So get to growing. It's going to be a fun spring and summer. This may just be something you need this year. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching and all your support and friendship and just everything you bring to us. We appreciate you guys. God bless.